Hey guys, and welcome back to the Peteytown Piranhas, a college football 26 team builder dynasty. After opening our season with 3 wins, we're going to take on Missouri, then travel to number 3 Michigan State, and then host Mississippi State. Taking a look at recruiting, Dante Latimer is in his top 5 stage, and we already have his hard sell, so we're looking to have that take effect for us. Trent Chick also entered the top 5 stage, and we're trying to hold off a few other teams with Penn State on our tail. We also got his hard sell, which was the same as Dante's. Got a competitive battle for Max Kiernan here with Iowa on their Tier 4 pipeline, but we do have his hard sell, so hopefully that helps us. It was a pretty successful visit for Jamal Lincoln as he got bumped up a few spots after that win against Auburn, but Georgia's still ahead of us, but we were able to get his hard sell going, so we're hoping that can help us or maybe even force a recruiting battle. Then you got Ben Hemphill trying to hold off UCLA for him, and we got him with his hard sell. UCLA is also trying to get Harvey Talbot from us, but we're still in first place, and we're going to do the double soft sell. Things are not as easy for Pat McPherson, even though we're in first place. We got some Tier 5 pipelines behind us for him, but we do have his hard sell. For Dorian Hare, we are giving up a few too many passing yards for his likings, so he's got a deal breaker with us right now, so hopefully we can get that back up. Lee O'Haletti, he had the double soft sell going last week. That didn't really give him much of a boost as Michigan's kind of pulling away from us, so got him for that Week 6 visit, and we also got a hard sell for him now. For Brendan Knight, we're hoping we can keep things close for that Week 6 visit coming up later in the season. Now it's time to travel to Mizzou to take on the Tigers and their 82 overall and 2-1 record. Play action here, and he's going to get hit as he throws, and it is intercepted by Andre Bullitt, and he's going to return that for a touchdown. What a freaky little play there on the opening drive. Looks like we hit their quarterback, and Andre Bullitt was around there, and the ball got hit in the air a little bit, and Andre Bullitt just snatched it out of the air. Yep, that was kind of to be honest, a little bit of a glitchy stuff happening there, but we will take it as that ball weirdly bounces off his shoulder and just lands into his hands, and that's how we're going to open the scoring in this one. So after that crazy start to this one, Mizzou is on a 2nd down and 9. They're going to drop back against a 4-man rush, and that 4-man rush is going to do the job as Andre Okoye and Andre Bullitt get in there for the sack. Sack makes it 3rd down and 17 for Mizzou, and they are going to drop back. We send our 4. He throws it over the middle, and that's going nowhere as Sean Leonhardt wraps him up. Up the middle, Elijah Addison's going to take this one, and he jukes a guy, and he's going to get it past the 50. Handing it off, Theo Storm's going to get through the hole, and he's going to get a nice little chunk. A couple of Theo Storm runs only get us 2, and we're on 3rd down and 8 from the 31-yard line. Byron Talib dropping back. He's going to find a man wide open. That's Alex Payne on the catch. And the Peteytown Piranhas are going to get into the end zone again. And they somehow lost Alex Payne out there, and Byron Talib took full advantage. After our touchdown, Mizzou is on a 3rd down and 6 here. We got the double mug look coming in, and they're going to back out of it. But we are still going to get some pressure. Garrison is going to make a fumble, and we're going to pick it up, and we are going to get the turnover. Andre Bullitt getting his 2nd turnover of the game. 1st interception, now a fumble recovery. Garrison Temple getting in there for the sack and the forced fumble, and we got another turnover, setting up our offense in great field position. Here's Elijah Addison. He's going to get a few blocks to get himself around the edge, but just before the 1st down. 3rd down and inches for the Piranhas, just inside their red zone. And Byron is going to drop back, throw the hitch route, and it's going to be caught securely by Alex Payne. And we're going to hit John McKillop, and he's going to get enough for the 1st down. Good route and good run after the catch there for John. 3rd down and goal for the Piranhas here. And we are going to throw it to Trevor Rotto, and it's a little flip, and he bounces off a man to get himself into the end zone. Trevor Rotto is going to put us up 21-0. Mizzou on 3rd and 10 after they had a couple of incompletions. They're going to drop back, 4-man rush, throwing it, and he is going to fit it through that window between 2 defenders to get the 1st down. And they're going to get the out route there. It looked like a corner route, and he's separating a little bit, but we finally chase him down, but not until they get to our 16-yard line. Big 52-yard gain there from Mizzou. Play action over the middle, and he doesn't quite get around Maurice Joy, but he gets him a new set of downs. Sending the blitz in, and the blitz is going to get home as Emmanuel Darkwa gets in there for the sack, and that's going to put him behind the 10-yard line on a third down situation. Third down and goal from the 11 for Mizzou. And we got 5 guys on the line. We back out 1, and we're sending 4, and the coverage is tight, and it's going to be incomplete. Here's the field goal attempt for a 28-yarder here. And they're going to put this one up. And it is through, so Mizzou is on the board as it's a 21-3 ball game. Elijah Addison fits through a hole there, and he's going to get just enough to move the sticks. Third down and 2 for the Piranhas. 3 wide to the right, and we are going to throw into that, and it's a slant for John McKillop that he's able to grab. Pop pass, and it's going to be caught, and now he's breaking free, and this is going to be a big touchdown for Andre Dimukeji, and he has had a knack for the beginning of this season, just getting some big plays for us, and none different here as he gets the big touchdown to make it 28-3. Throwing one, and he's got an open man downfield, and he gets it to the 36. And Andre Bullitt is just going to come streaking in there. They had a play action, and Andre Bullitt just went unabated to the quarterback on that sack. And it's going to be another blow-up as Garrison Temple gets into the backfield to bring him down. Third down and 19 for Mizzou, who's moving backwards. And they are going to look for something. He's going to try scrambling around, and he's going to have plenty of room, and we are going to give up that third and long as we had some guys just standing there not reacting to the quarterback. And an RPO slant that they get right in front of our man to get the first down. And here's a fire over the middle, and he's going to get that in between 3 of our guys to get it to the 4-yard line. Second down and goal for Mizzou. They're going to try a handoff. No, it's a read option, and he gets hit hard, and it's a fumble, and it is picked up by the Peteytown Piranhas in the end zone. Andre Okoye is there to make the fumble recovery. It looked like their quarterback might have had some room to work with there, but we closed that room up very quickly and forced the ball out before he can get in, and that is going to be attributed to Maurice Joy getting the forced fumble, and the Piranhas are going to turn them over again. Elijah Addison up the middle, and he's going to fight his way to move the sticks. A couple of runs give us 5 yards, and we're on a third down and 5, spread out very wide here. And Byron Talib is going to throw over. John McKillop has the nice route and a secure catch to get us to the 50. We've reached the 2-minute warning now. Fresh set of downs just on their side of the 50. Byron Talib looking, and he's going to get that one out to Elijah Addison, who makes a nice juke and speeds by their guys. So that was impressive from Byron Talib delivering that pass while he was getting hit. Elijah Addison making the most of it after the catch. Talib throwing here, and he's got Andre Dimukeji, who's just made big play after big play here, and he's got himself a first down. Just under a minute left. We're in their red zone, threatening to score yet again. Byron Talib stepping around. He's going to throw one, and it's going to be caught by John McKillop. Nice pocket movement from Byron there. Byron going to throw the hitch route, and Alex Payne is there to make the catch and get into the end zone, and the Peteytown Piranhas are going to score again before this half is over, and we're not leaving them any time really to do anything as we go up 35-3. Byron is going to find Alex Payne, who makes a nice catch with 2 guys draped all over him. Elijah Addison cutting this one up the middle. He breaks off a tackle, and he's going to get the first down. Nice physical run from Elijah. Theo is going to get past a block, and he's going to get it into their territory. And we're going to get the pop pass to Alex Payne, and he's going to get it just outside of their red zone. Byron throwing the slant. John McKillop given a lot of space there, and he's going to get it to the 2-yard line. And it's going to be the bubble, and Dwayne Mentor is going to fight his way in for the touchdown. We're going to go up 42-3 over Missouri, and at this point I'm probably just going to show some highlights from the starters for the rest of this quarter, and then after that just sim our way through, but just Peteytown Piranhas all over the Missouri Tigers in this game. And here's going to be a sack on that play, and it's going to be holding on Mizzou, so that sack is going to stand. And we're going to get a deep pass, and John McKillop is going to bring it down to get it just outside of their red zone. Theo Storm getting this carry. He's going to juke a man out, and Theo Storm is going to get a nice little nifty touchdown there, putting us up 49-3. And since we're just into the fourth quarter, we're just going to let this one sim out now as we're going to bring in the backups. We added another touchdown when the backups came in to finish off our absolute demolition of Missouri, 56-3. Just not a lot to complain about. As you can see, Byron Talib just completed every single one of his pass attempts, so that's incredible. And the Peteytown Piranhas just look like they are on a mission this season. The stats really reflect the blowout against Mizzou, as we had 500 yards on offense to their 207, and we ran for 194 and 2 touchdowns, while they had negative 28. Through the air, we had 306 yards to their 235, and we were 8 of 10 on third down, while they could only get 3 of 10. And we kept it clean with the turnovers, while we forced 4 on them, with 3 of those being fumbles and 1 being an interception. Byron Talib was just absolutely surgical today, as he had 299 yards, 5 touchdowns, no picks, and was not sacked at all. And as we saw in that little post-game thing, he had a 100% completion percentage, so that is just incredible. Got to be the first time we've ever had that happen for the Piranhas, so nice job by Byron. On the ground, we had a few guys contribute here, as Jamal Tavares came in with the backups and had 7 for 75 and a touchdown, including a very electric 63-yard score that wasn't seen on camera. Then Theo Storm had 11 for 59 and a touchdown, and Elijah Addison spelled him nicely with 8 for 50. John McKillop led the way receiving-wise with 8 catches, 108 yards, while Andre DiMaccheggi had 4 for 90 and a touchdown, and Alex Payne had 5 for 66 and 2 touchdowns. And then you had Trevor Rotto come in with his own touchdown. And not to mention, Dwayne Mentor getting a touchdown as well. Cedric Stranad was helping us out with some tackles with 7, while Pat Missouri also had 7. We got 10 sacks in this ball game, as a bunch of guys contributed there, and Nick Kurtz and Andre Bullitt each had 1.5. And you had 1 sack each for Carlos Sexton, Emmanuel Darkwa, Garrison Temple, Derek Burr, Danny Gage, and Charlie Cahill. And then you had half a sack from Andre Okoye and Lee Pasagnan. And we all remember how we started this game with that crazy interception that landed in Andre Bullitt's hands that he returned for a touchdown. And then you had a forced fumble each from Garrison Temple, Danny Gage, and Maurice Joy. And we recovered all 3, as Danny Gage got himself 1, as well as Andre Bullitt and Andre Okoye. For his all-around effort, Andre Bullitt was rewarded with the SEC Defensive Player of the Week. With Penn State giving us a little push for Trent Chick, we're going to put him on a visit with Lee O'Haleti for Week 6. Unfortunately, we did lose out on Jamal Lincoln, so all we tried to do didn't end up panning out for him, so we're going to have to take him off the board. As for Harvey Talbot, we did the double soft sell, which revealed his hard sell for us. As for Pat McPherson, we're going to put him on a Week 9 visit, as these other teams are starting to close the gap. So we got his hard sell, and we're going to schedule him for a visit against Oklahoma. We're hoping that Sergio Collinet chooses us this week, so we don't have to worry about that visit with Wisconsin. Looks like things might be too little too late for Brendan Knight, as we're deep in 3rd place in his top 3, and he's just inches away from committing to Georgia, so I'm going to keep him on the board just in case, because we have him on a Week 6 visit after this week's, but not looking very good for Brendan. It's time for our number 2 versus number 3 matchup against Michigan State, as we travel to them just like we did last season in the first round of the playoff. We were able to come away with a victory there, and this time we're hoping to do the same, but it's not going to be easy, as they have their 4-0 record and 92 team overall, so hopefully we can keep our focus and our wits about us in this game. Pop pass. Alex Payne is going to catch it as they close in on him for the first down. Here's a little fake. We're going to throw to the other side. Alex Payne jumping up to make the catch, and he brings it in. Out to Alex Payne again. He's got a block on the edge, and he's got space to work with, and he's going to get hit down, but not before he gets to the 31-yard line. Another one to Alex Payne, and he's going to go around the edge, getting a nice block out there by John McKillop to get it to the 13. After working our way downfield, we're on a 3rd down and 6, just inside the Michigan State 10-yard line. Byron Talib looking for something. He's going to get pressured, and they're going to bring him down. So after a very promising drive, Michigan State tightens up in the red zone, and they're going to force us on a field goal attempt. Manuel Amador is going to come out here to put up this kick. And he is going to doink it off the right upright, so we come up empty on that drive. Don't see that often from Manuel Amador, but Michigan State's going to seize a little bit of momentum at the beginning of this game from that. Michigan State over the middle, and their first play is going to go for a first down. 3rd down and 2 for the Spartans. And he's going to drop back, throw the ball quickly in an in route, and he's going to get just what he needs for the first down. Michigan State over the middle to his check down, and he's got plenty of space to work with to keep moving forward. Hand off to the outside. Maurice Joy comes up and makes the play. 3rd down and 12 for the Spartans from the 45-yard line, dropping back. Looking over the middle, he's going to hit his man who has a nice slant route to get by Cedric Stranad, and they're going to get it to the 26-yard line. 3rd down and 3 for Michigan State. They're going to drop back and go with a screen pass. Nobody's over there. They block it up very nicely. He spins around for reasons, I guess, and gets it to the 3-yard line. 1st down and goal for Michigan State from the 3. They are going to do it with a speed option. He gets the pitch out, and he is going to spin his way into the end zone, and Michigan State takes full advantage of that missed field goal, and they're going to take a 7-0 lead. After their score, Michigan State gets our offense off the field on a 3-and-out, and they're starting this drive with an RPO that goes for 9 yards. To the outside on a screen, and he's going to get what he needs on a nice little maneuver. Here's the RPO, and it's intercepted by the Piranhas. He has some room, but they managed to bring him down before he can get some momentum going. Just read that one like a book, and that is a huge play that the Piranhas needed. And we are going to turn them over and get it on their side of the 50, all thanks to this interception from our man, Pat Missouri. Here's the RPO. John McKillop off the slant is going to get us a nice chunk. Byron Talib backing up, throwing it quickly. Trevor Rotto has to spin for that catch, but he makes it to get it inside their red zone. Byron Talib looking, and he's going to find Alex Payne, who hangs onto it, but despite the great coverage there. 3rd down and 2 for the Piranhas. Byron Talib in an empty formation. He's going to throw it quickly, and it is held onto. They hit him right in the back, but Dwayne Mentor makes the tough grab. Talib looking. He's going to find Alex Payne. He was starting his corner route, but Byron Talib didn't need him to finish it as he hit him quickly, and Alex Payne is in the end zone, so huge momentum-shifting play by Pat Missouri on defense helps lead our offense into the end zone with Alex Payne getting in there once again. Play action. Andre Bullitt is in there like a bullet there, and he's going to get him down for a 6-yard loss. Andre Bullitt helps make it a 3rd down and 16 for Michigan State. They are going to drop back to throw, and he's going to float it, and it is knocked up in the air, but we are going to stop Michigan State. Quickly to Alex Payne. He gets the block on the edge, and he is going to go down to the 44-yard line. Alex Payne again, and he's going to get the block to get him around the edge, and he's going to get us all the way to the 25. Talib looking, throwing the slant, and we're separating from them there as Andre Dimukeji uses his speed to get some space, and he's going to get us all the way down to the 5. Handoff Theo Storm. He breaks the tackle, and Theo Storm is in the end zone for the Peteytown Piranhas, and we are going to take the lead after it looked like Michigan State started this game with so much momentum, but now the Piranhas have really seized it, and Theo Storm is going to put us up 14-7. We've hit the 2-minute warning, and Michigan State's on a 3rd down and 8, and they are going to, let's see, they're going to drop back. And they are throwing it over the middle to an open man. Just found the space in our zones. Michigan State looking, throwing to the outside, and there is a man wide open there as he got between our zone coverages, and they are all the way down to the 35-yard line. Play action, he's rolling out to the right. He's going to throw on the run, and it is going to be an insane catch there as he was just twirling around there. But Michigan State just making some plays now as they get it inside our 10. Fake, and he is going to get hit down by Garrison Temple, who was not fooled by the read option. He's throwing it out to his running back on a little swing, and he's going to get bottled up. Just under 30 seconds left. It's 3rd down and goal for Michigan State. They are dropping back, looking for something over the middle, and he is going to push his way through 2 of our defenders, and Michigan State's going to tie up this ball game before the end of the half. So Michigan State with a chance to double up after scoring at the end of the half. They got a chance here as the first guys on offense for the second half, and Sean Leonhardt's bringing them down behind the line. Dropping back, trying a deep ball as he gets hit. They got a man separated from us, and they are going to make that catch. What a throw as he was getting hit. And Michigan State's going to get it all the way down to the 33-yard line. After that huge pass play, Michigan State's on 3rd down and 8. They got 3 guys to the right looking for something, and we are going to hit him before he can get rid of that ball. We're going to hold them to a field goal attempt here, 48-yarder for Michigan State. He's going to put up this kick, and it is straight on through, so Michigan State is going to take the lead as it's 17-14. And we're throwing out to Alex Payne a little late, but just in time to make that play work, and we're going to get a nice one to Alex Payne. 3rd down and 2 for the Piranhas, power I formation here. Handing it off, and Elijah Addison's got it, and he is going to just get enough for the 1st down. Pop pass. Alex Payne is wide open. Nobody within 20 yards of him. And Alex Payne is going to score one of the easiest touchdowns you'll ever see for the Peteytown Piranhas. That pop pass just working to perfection there against Michigan State. And we are going to retake the lead. After the Alex Payne touchdown, our defense gets a 3 and out, so our offense is back out here, and we're going to get a nice run by Theo Storm right up the middle. Great blocking there. 3rd and 3 for the Piranhas. Let's see what we're going to do here. Byron is going to drop back to throw. He's going to toss it out, and it is going to be just short with Andre DiMukegi. 4th and inches, Petey Previtt's deciding to send out Manuel Amador for the field goal attempt. He's going to put this one up, and it is good. So the Peteytown Piranhas are going to take, they're going to extend, we're going to extend our lead to 24-17. Michigan State on another 3rd down, 3rd and 9 on this occasion. They're going to find their man right at the sticks on the hitch route, and he's going to get enough for the 1st down. Play action, he rolls to the left. He's going to throw this one, and his man is open on the sideline, and we're going to probably look at this one just to see if he got it, but he was clearly in bounds there. Another 3rd down for the Spartans as it's 3rd down and 6. They're going to look for something. He's got a man open. He makes the catch, and he is going to get into the end zone. So somehow we let that receiver get by our zones, and he took full advantage. And Michigan State is going to tie this ball game right back up. Pop pass is going to work out for us. It's more of a little post off the RPO for Andre DiMukegi. Inching towards midfield. We're on a 3rd down and 7. We're going to send Elijah in motion. Byron dropping back, throwing it, and he fits it into the window to Dwayne Mentor. Handing it off. Theo Storm is going to get through the first wave and get it into their red zone. Throwing it out to Alex Payne, who's been isolated, and he's going to get hit down, but he gets it inside their 5. Byron's going to take this one up the middle, and he is going to get himself into the end zone. He got the push he needed from the line, bounced off of a defender, and Byron Talib is going to give us the lead back, and it's going to be 31-24. 3rd down and 2 for the Spartans. Going with the pass, he's got a man open over the middle, but he throws it to the covered man, and that's going to be intercepted by Emmanuel Darkwa. What a huge play. Looking at how that was progressing, he definitely had another man open over the middle, but he chose the man that was covered up, and Emmanuel Darkwa is going to make him pay. And John McKillop's going to get another catch here and a block downfield, and we're going to get plenty for the 1st down. Byron Talib back to throw, but he is going to get taken down on some great interior pressure from their defensive tackle. 3rd down and 13 for the Piranhas. Byron Talib is checking out some things here. He's going to drop back to throw, and he's going to throw it deep, and it's going to be a nice catch there, and we are going to get enough to get it into their red zone. Looked like Nick Marler on that catch. 3rd down and goal for the Piranhas. Byron Talib is going to throw the bubble, and it's going to be Nick Marler, and he gets brought down at the 1. Field position game here as we're on the 1-yard line, 4th and goal. Byron Talib taking this one himself, and he pushes his way in, and that's his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game, and that's going to extend the lead to a 2-touchdown lead. So with the field position being what it was either we were going to get that or Michigan State was going to have to drive the length of the field. Aggressive play call there works out for us as Byron Talib just muscles his way in. Bringing a blitz are the Piranhas, and they just throw it right past where our blitz was coming from for 8. And he's going to throw it short just to get the 1st down. 3rd down and 10 for the Spartans. They're trying to spread us out a little bit here. We are going to have a deep pass here. 2 guys back there, and it is going to be intercepted by Cedric Stranad. He is breaking away from them and bringing it all the way back near midfield. Just Michigan State trying to make a big play there, forcing the ball where 2 defenders were, and Cedric Stranad just takes that opportunity away. And the Peteytown Piranhas are looking good to close this big game out against Michigan State. Theo Storm is going to get this one near the 1st down marker. Michigan State out of timeouts, needing this 1st down to really shut the door here. We're going to hand it off. Elijah Addison gets it very easily, and then he breaks away from them, and Elijah Addison is going to take it all the way to the end zone, and we are going to make that our statement play as we go up 45-24, and that is going to do it for real. So the Peteytown Piranhas finish off this game against Michigan State, a true statement win here. Of course, the final score wasn't really indicative of how competitive this matchup was throughout, but we just really separated there in that 4th quarter and handled ourselves very, very well. Looking at the numbers against Michigan State, you can see that 4th quarter was huge as we just really separated there. We ended up with 480 yards on offense to their 339. And we had 126 yards rushing and 4 rushing touchdowns, while they had 14 and 1 touchdown. Bunch of passing yards to go around in this one as we had 354 to their 325. And we were 6 of 10 on 3rd down, while they were 8 of 13. Big difference in turnovers as we had 0 and they ended up with 4. Byron Talib just really handling himself well in a hostile environment in a big game. And he had 354 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no interceptions. And he was also sacked twice. Running the ball, we had our 2-headed backfield really working well in this one as Theo Storm had 10 for 69 and a touchdown, while Elijah Addison had 6 for 60 and 1 touchdown. And then you had Byron Talib in the negative because of sacks, but he did end up with 2 of those rushing touchdowns that really propelled us forward near the end of that game. What an absolutely monstrous day from Alex Payne. He had 17 catches, 213 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Just can't really ask much more of our guy. And Andre Dimukeji gets a little shout out for 3 catches and 48 yards. Maurice Joy had 9 tackles with 1 tackle for a loss. 2 sacks on the day as Garrison Temple and Andre Bullitt each got 1. Then you had our interception, Cedric Stranad really helping us close out that game near the end with his, and Emmanuel Darkwa coming up with a big one as well. But Pat Missouri really helped flip momentum, as near the beginning of that game it was all Michigan State and they were driving, but he got that interception and really allowed us to get back into the game and just propelled us to this win. Off camera in the final minute you had Garrison Temple getting a forced fumble that was recovered by Sean Leonhardt, and after that we just kneeled it out. Manuel Amador not his usual self as he missed a field goal today, but he did hit a very nice 55-yarder. And our first commit of this season is going to be left tackle Sergio Collinet. Who else was going to be SEC Offensive Player of the Week than Alex Payne after his huge performance? And Alex was even recognized as the National Offensive Player of the Week. Looking at our recruiting, one of the bigger changes is that Ben Hemphill and Harvey Talbot will be on a Week 9 visit to try to help boost each other. That'll be a game against Oklahoma. Also for quarterback Cedric Carapatius, we got him on a double soft sell strategy to try to give him a boost. We are in first place now for Lee O'Haleti. Hoping that Corbin McNulty is going to commit very soon, probably going to be after his visit week. Also, Malcolm Incoom is in his top 3, and we're hoping he commits before Pitt has him on a Week 8 visit. Didn't have enough room to make it a complimentary visit, but with how Ohio State is gaining, Nick Veal is going to be on a Week 9 visit as well. Unfortunately, we did end up losing Brendan Knight, so we're going to have to take him off the board. And here's some exciting news with how he's been playing lately. Alex Payne is on the Heisman Trophy watch list. I believe the first time that's ever happened for a Peteytown Piranhas, so we're very excited to see that. We're going to end this episode by hosting the Mississippi State Bulldogs with their 74 team overall and 1-4 record. And I'm just hoping that we don't fall into the classic trap of having a big win in the previous game and then kind of falling flat the following game. Hope that we can just keep our minds on the game and focus and take care of business. On our opening drive, we're already on 3rd down and 9. Byron Talib going to drop back, and he steps up and he's going to fire one to Theo Storm, who gets it past the first down marker. 3rd down and 4 now for the Peteytown Piranhas. We're going to send our man in motion. Talib dropping back to throw, throws it over the middle, and it is a strike to Dwayne Mentor, and he's going to get it past the 40-yard line. Throwing it quickly over to John McKillop, and he's carrying like 3 guys to get that first down. Talib throws it quickly on a slant, and Dwayne Mentor makes the catch, and they give him the first down. Byron looking, and he's going to get sacked before he can get the ball out, and that's going to knock us way back. 3rd down and 12 for the Peteytown Piranhas, just outside the red zone after that sack. Byron is looking. He's going to try a deep ball, and it is going to be knocked around and incomplete. 38-yard field goal attempt incoming here for Manuel Amador, and he is going to put it through, so the Peteytown Piranhas take the 3-0 lead. The defense gets a solid stop on Mississippi State, but we're here on 3rd and 5 for the offense. Byron Talib is going to get hit as he throws, and John McKillop looked like he was going to get stopped, but then another guy came in and actually pushed him forward to get the first down. Outside stretch, Elijah Addison is going to get around the edge, and he is going to push the sticks forward. Over to Alex Payne, and he's going to get the first down by just a few yards. And we're going to hand it off. Theo Storm makes a nice little cutback to get us the first down. Over the middle, it's going to be Elijah Addison, and he's got some room to work with, and he's going to get it inside the 15-yard line. Talib looking, he's over the middle, and it's going to be caught, and into the end zone goes Theo Storm, and the Peteytown Piranhas are going to take the 10-0 lead. Read option, their quarterback is faking us out, and we are going to hit him down, but not before he gets to the first down. Quarterback throws it over the middle, and he's under our zones, and he's easily got the first down. Play action. Mississippi State's going to try to go deep here, and it is intercepted by Cedric Stranad. Just lockdown coverage, and he is going to bring it all the way back to the 46-yard line. What an incredible play by Cedric there, just leaping for that ball to snatch it away from their receiver, and gets a nice return to boot to set us up nicely. Elijah Addison going up the middle. He stiff arms a man, and he's going to get a 9-yard gain. A bubble screen is going to get us plenty for the first down as Dwayne Mentor gets it to the 36. Byron Talib looking. The pressure's coming in, and he just does not have enough time to do anything as they bring him down for an 8-yard loss. 3rd down and 16 for the Piranhas from the 42-yard line. Byron Talib dropping back. He's going to try to throw a deep one, and it is incomplete as Dwayne Mentor try to climb the ladder, but a big hit jars it loose. Here's a very long field goal attempt for Manuel Amador. He's going to give it all he's got, and it is going to go wide to the left, so we don't get anything out of that. That sack just really pushed us back and just made it so that we couldn't get any points on that drive. Play action, Mississippi State throws it over to their receiver, and they're going to get a 7-yard gain. 3rd down and inches for Mississippi State on our side of the 50. They are going to go with a run to the back, and we tackle him there, but he pushes his way forward. Mississippi State zipping one, and he's going to find his man and get it inside the 30. Hand off to the running back, and he's got plenty of space up the middle of the field, and they're going to get it inside our red zone. Off the RPO, they're going to get the blocks they need over there. He jukes his way forward, and Mississippi State is going to get into the end zone for the touchdown, and they have clawed their way back in to make it a field goal game. Hand off for Theo Storm, and he's going to get the blocking he needs, and he is pushing his way forward for a little more. Out to Alex Payne. He's going to get a little block on the edge, and it's just enough, and he's going to get us the first down easily and get it to their side of the 50. Talib looking, throws it short for John McKillop, and he takes it a few extra yards for 8. At the 2-minute warning, it's a 3rd down and inches situation for the Piranhas. Byron Talib's got 3 to the right in a bunch, and he is looking around, throwing, and he's going to throw this one, and it's to the outside, and Alex Payne makes the catch, and we are going to get it just outside their red zone. Talib looking over the middle. It's going to be Elijah Addison. He breaks a tackle and gets it to their 5-yard line. 1st down and goal for the Piranhas, threatening to go up by 2 scores. Byron Talib looking around, and he's going to try to scramble, but their guy just chased him down, and that's going to knock us back to the 13. Punch to the left this time for the Piranhas. Byron Talib looking around, and they bring a blitz, and he didn't see the guy on his backside, and they're going to bring him down for another sack. 3rd down and goal here for the Piranhas from the 20-yard line. Byron Talib looking around, just going to dump it off short to Trevor Rotto. That's going to set up a field goal attempt for Manuel Amador. Manuel Amador coming out here for a 34-yard field goal attempt. He's going to put it up, and this one is good. So Manuel Amador puts us up by 13-7. So Mississippi State didn't really do anything at the end of the half, but they have an opportunity to start the second half with the ball. They're going empty here, and they're going to throw it over the middle, and we are going to tackle them down after an 8-yard gain. 3rd down and 2 for Mississippi State. They're in an empty formation, and he's looking around. He's got some space, but that space closes up very quickly as Derek Burr gets in there for the sack, and we are going to get them off the field. Up the middle, it's going to be Theo Storm, and he is going to get taken down on the 37-yard line. Byron Talib looking for somewhere to go with the ball. He's going to find John McKillop as he comes back to it over the middle of the field, and we are going to get that big first down just outside the red zone. Here's an orbit motion for Theo Storm. Byron Talib looking over the middle, and he's going to find Trevor Rotto, who gets past the sticks and to the 10-yard line. Third down and 5 for the Peteytown Piranhas. We're going to drop back, throw a slant, and John McKillop makes that possession catch in the end zone for the touchdown. And the Piranhas are going to go up 20-7. Maybe I spoke too fast, as we're going to go for the 2-point conversion to make it a true 2-touchdown game. And we're just going to float it out to Alex Payne, who makes the catch. So we're actually going to make it 21-7. So after our touchdown, the defense gets a solid stop on Mississippi State, and we're out here on Theo Storm getting a carry, and he is breaking away with his magnificent speed, and Theo Storm is going to score the long touchdown of 87 yards. Theo Storm just absolutely electric on that play, and the Peteytown Piranhas are going to go up 28-7. After that electrifying touchdown run from Theo Storm, our defense got a 3-and-out. And here's Theo again looking to make another one, and he's going to get through some guys and get to the 40-yard line. And it's going to be a little bubble out there for Dwayne Mentor as Byron Talib gets it out there to his man, and he lets him do the work all by his own. Byron's going to throw it over the middle, and it's going to be Alex Payne making the catch for 9 yards. Bubble screen, and it's going to be Dwayne Mentor again, and he's going to get it inside the 10-yard line. Out to Alex Payne, and nobody is there, and Alex Payne is going to get into the end zone, so hopefully that helps his Heisman Trophy candidacy as he gets into the end zone yet again this season, and we're going to go up 35-7. Third down and 4 for Mississippi State. Got a lot of guys around the line here in a little mug, and they are going to throw it over the middle, and he comes back to the ball, breaking away from Andre Bullitt, who is in coverage. And play action here, and Andre Bullitt is going to hit him hard, as well as Andre Okoye for the big sack and the big loss. Handing off, and he runs right into Andre Bullitt and friends. Emmanuel Darkwell also there. Third down and 23 for Mississippi State, dropping back. He's scrambling around a little bit, throws it over the middle, and Eddie Thierry brings him down. Fourth down and 16 for the Bulldogs from the 25, just trying to do anything at this point. Looking around, throwing a dart, and it is going to be a dart right into our hands. Andre Okoye back there in coverage for fun reasons by our defensive coordinator, and that's going to set us up at the 30-yard line. Theo Storm getting this carry. He gets around the edge. Theo Storm making a juke, breaking a tackle, and Theo Storm is into the end zone again. Just an electrifying day from our running back as we go up 42-7, and that'll do it for this game, as I'm going to bring in the backups now, let them finish this game out, but Theo Storm just absolutely setting the building on fire. So our backups add a couple more touchdowns to make it a 56-7 victory for the Peteytown Piranhas. We rode a just absolutely dominant second half after it was pretty close in the first half, but they just could not keep up with us as we blanked them and just absolutely dominated that second half very well with our running game and just efficient passing, and just very nice victory for the Piranhas today, not falling into that trap game. Looking at these numbers, we outscored Mississippi State in that second half 43-0, so it doesn't really get much more dominant than that in a half. And we did it through 537 yards on offense to their 259. And they had 19 total yards rushing, while we had 239 with 3 rushing touchdowns. Passing, they had 240, while we had 298, and they were 4 of 12 on third down, while we were 6 of 9. Nice. And in another game, we had a clean sheet with 0 turnovers, while we forced them into 3. Byron Talib was very good today with 266 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no picks, but he was sacked 4 times in a bit of a negative. Theo Storm with a magnificent game today as he had 10 carries, 172 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And Jamal Tavares came in with the backups to get 8 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown. Alex Payne was solid today with 9 catches, 72 yards, and a touchdown, while Dwayne Mentor had 5 for 61. And then you had a receiving touchdown for John McKillop to go with his 6 catches and 49 yards. And another receiving touchdown down here for Theo Storm to add to his total on the day, where he got 3 total touchdowns. And then all the way down here, you got Andre Dimukeji with 1 catch for 5 yards and a touchdown. On defense, you had 2 guys with 8 tackles with Emmanuel Darkwa and Maurice Joy. Only a couple sacks on the game today for the Piranhas, as Derek Burr got 1, and then Andre Bullitt and Andre Okoye got half a sack. 3 interceptions on the day, as Andre Okoye got back there in coverage to grab 1, and Cedric Stranad had a fantastic one, a leaping one, on a deep ball, and then Jadarius Fattencoon had one with the backups. And Manuel Amador with another missed field goal today, but he did hit his 2 other attempts and a long of 38. Some more recruits coming in now, as we got Will linebacker Corbin McNulty. For his 3 touchdown game, Theo Storm was the SEC Offensive Player of the Week. That'll do it for this episode of the Peteytown Piranhas. Very happy with what we did in this episode, with a couple of blowouts and a win against a top 3 team who's now number 10 in the country with Michigan State. In our next episode, we're going to be taking on Florida, Georgia, and Oklahoma, and it's just going to be a very tough part of our schedule, and after that, it might even be tougher with the teams we're going up against. So hopefully we're able to figure things out, as we started the season very well, but now we're hitting the point in our schedule where things are just going to get even tougher. So hopefully we're up for the challenge. I'll see you guys in the next video.